I don't know. I really like the way that some of this is kind of synergized. Just some of the ways that you can equip, like this quick equip is really, really nice too. You know, the game keeps getting compared to Tarkov. I can't remember if Tarkov has something like this. So like you can quick equip and you can select all the different categories of things that you might want based off of the gun that you have. So like all of your beverages, all of your food, stimulants, meds, treatments, etc. You can just tell how much you want and it'll automatically tell you a summarization of what that estimated cost is going to be. So even if you don't have like a healthy storage, you can just quickly quick equip like that as well. They also have a gunsmith in here too. Gunsmith can also let you create builds in every single gun and create a template, and then that way you can actually start assembling something that you've saved. So like one of the starter guns was this, start assembling, and then right here you can create your own build, or this was the default build. So like let's say this was just with a red dot sight, that's what it is. If I wanted to buy it, it says right behind me, you can't quite see, but the reference price 9,800. So I could complete assembly and then I could assemble the weapon, and it'll tell me exactly how much that's going to cost and what it's actually buying for the gun. So once you kind of fabricate this up, it's like really easy to go ahead and just quick buy what you're looking for, you know, whether it be guns or whether it be going into here and quick equipping all of the extra additives that you might want for throwables, ammo, mags, all that stuff. So I don't know. I think, you know, this game keeps getting compared to Tarkov, and rightfully so. Out of the bag, I've seen more PvP fights. I feel more engaged into the game, and I feel like there's an easier entry into the game to figuring things out. Obviously there is different levels of like ammo and the strength of those ammos, which will come over time, and there's a lot of different things that you can do with all the different core parts of every single gun and how that's going to reflect recoil and ergonomics. But for just new player friendliness, I feel out of the bag this is much more friendly, and for a free game I think it's going to be a huge contender. Now I did hear some things about like Arena Breakout stealing assets. I haven't seen anything like concrete, mind you. I haven't really looked for it, so whether or not they did or didn't, I don't know. That's not really my concern, to be quite honest. I play games. I'm not, you know, I'm not working for the police here. So I think we're going to see these things more and more as time goes on going forward, because you know, you look at Unreal Engine 5 being one of the next gen engines that people are creating games on, and they have a marketplace and you can buy things off the marketplace, and multiple games can have that exact same asset. At what point is it a question of trying to feel that one entity owns the idea, or versus, you know, someone stealing the asset? An example that I made earlier is something like this. This can be expanded and it can be rolled up. You know, if Tarkov or if Arena Breakout or any other game, any other example does this and another game copies it, you know, do they own that idea? Did they steal the line of code to make it work in their game that exact same way? That would be the red flag. You know, if they stole the actual asset or the line or the coding to actually achieve that. But the idea of being able to do something as simplistic as this, I don't think one game owns. So again, anytime that you're playing a game in the same realm of genre, you're going to see some similarities. So I think, you know, we as gamers, we're not the police, we're not, you know, lawyers, we're not experts in this. So just play the game and enjoy it for what it is. So, you know, stealing assets generally means stealing the actual images and sprites. I think where maybe some of the confusion / gray zone area is, LOL, is things like the Unreal Engine marketplace. You know, a perfect example is Dark and Darker. For anybody that's played Dark and Darker, it's kind of like a fantasy looter extractor kind of thing. And they had a case going on from Nexon saying that they stole assets. Now, I don't know the entire ups and downs of all that. I kind of lightly followed it because I do play Dark and Darker as well. You know, most of what the complaints were things that they purchased off the Unreal Engine marketplace. Back to the point, like multiple games can kind of have the same assets, so to speak, the same design or the same character or the same, you know, this little icon right here, like this little mag could have been a stock item. You know, it allows for faster rollouts of the video games in general when they have a marketplace that developers can pull from. But then there's that kind of weird controversy of like, well, did you steal it or whatever? But, you know, I'm not a lawyer, so It's like any game that you have that's in the same genre, you're gonna see some similarities. It's like Dota and League of Legends. You know, oh, they have lanes. Oh, there's towers. Oh, there's creeps. You know, like it's the same kind of concept. You're gonna see a lot of similarities. Oh, these guys have painkillers. And it's like, well, I mean, it was kind of the first of its kind. I mean, you could say MMOs. Oh, this has a mage, that has a mage, and they both have fireballs. Let's jump into... See, like this, they have like all these different modes. So like they have a normal mode. They have a lockdown zone, whatever that is. Forbidden zone, whatever that is. Unlocks at level 14. So at the end of the day, you know, some people have issues with two games having similarities. I will say, like, you know, Nut, Paper, Notebook, like there's a lot of similarities in Tarkov. Personally, it does not bug me. For others, it does. For me, it's whatever. Capitalism will show if someone does something well and it hits, someone can do it better, then, you know, they get rewarded for it. At the end of the day, this is a free game, so I think it's gonna catch a lot of traction in general. The one thing that I did find that was kind of funny, though, is apparently the community manager for BSG came out and said have some integrity, which is, in my opinion, incredibly tone deaf from a corporate world. You know, whoever engages into your game, whoever's been playing, whether or not it's for, you know, 1 hour or 1 year or 10 years, they owe you nothing. And to come out there and say something along those lines, they're obviously, they feel threatened, but I thought it was like kind of cringe for a community manager to come out and publicly say something like that, but it is what it is. Wait, how much time do I have? 14 minutes. Oh, so... Okay, I'm getting asked a lot, what are my settings? I went with field of view 103. A lot of FPS I run in and around 103 to 109. Oh, motherfucker, dude. Oh my god. The moment I stopped. I had so many nice things too. I should have just left. I wanted to show the example of something, so I stayed in game. Alright, never again. We're never doing that again. Oh, man. I'm having a chicken finger.